Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We got the doozy for you today. The great audio will be in the building. Yes, sir. His name is Audio, ladies and gentlemen. He hails out of Texas. Man, what a great treat tonight we bringing you. Audio hits, The Way I Move, Who You Are, Can't Nobody, All I Need, Cougar Way, Sun Come Up, Loving Me, Kiss, Pretty Girl, Sexy, Fly, and Ocean Deep, just to name a few. He's an amazing, talented man, Southern Soul royalty. I'm going to bring him on in. Please share the page and share a like as we bringing in the great Audio, man. Christian made, Southern Soul player, R&B. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to let him get back in the screen. Yes, so please share the page, man. Thank y'all for coming in. We got a great one tonight, man. We got the great Audio will be in the building. Please share and share like. I am Mr. Grown and Sexy DJ Low. This is what I do, man. I love this Southern Soul music. So we gonna get ready to bring in the man, Mr. Audio. Welcome to the stage, brother. Yes, sir. How we doing, brother?
What's up, man?
Man, it's glad to see you, bro. It's glad to see you.
Oh,
man, the great Audi. Audi is on vacation, man. He's in Jamaica right now with DJ Trucker and the group. Tell everybody I love him. Tell everybody I say, hey, when you get back outside. So, man, you the great Audio. Please let the people know a little bit about you before we get started.
What's up, man? International Southern Soul Blues singer Audio, man. Team Trucker Up, Southern Soul Movement, Your Time Music Group, man. That's what I represent.
That's what's up, man. I rolled out some of your music, man. We're going to get started. So you from Galveston or you from Port Arthur?
I'm from Port Arthur, born in Galveston.
Port Arthur? Born in Galveston, but moved to Port Arthur.
Yeah.
So as I was doing my research, now your music is hit a little bit different. Yours come off with some of it, you got a Caribbean flavor. Some of it, straight R&B flavor. Some of it is Southern Soul flavor. I can't say which one I like. So what you write off your vibes, you write off of what you feel, how you go in the studio and do what you do.
Man, it's all about a feeling with me, man. I know a lot of people, they stuck to one genre of music. You know, yes, Southern Soul has changed my life and abundantly, but I always knew that I was talented beyond measure. So I'm all about a feeling, you know. And yeah, I get a lot of flack from DJ Trucker because he hard on me about Southern Soul and making it a home. And I do love Southern Soul, but you know, I just about a feeling, you know. And
Right.
we're about a feeling. That's what it's all about with me, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, I think your music a lot when I DJ a lot for the Chicago steppers type and the ballroom dancer type. Your grooves always swing hard up in that way. So I always just seem like I can't like just throw this dude in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like his music fly everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So That MLK honoree, you want to talk about that a little bit? This you done got that like 2 years in a row, when you was honored at that MLK parade thing. Tell us a little bit about that.
The MLK. Oh, they just gave me the MLK Entertainer of the Year award. Person that
Trash.
does a lot of concerts and represents the city to the full of them. So that's what I do for the most part. Just represent my city. I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, but I'm thankful for that, and as well as getting the key to the city.
Right,
Juneteenth is Aldrin Audio Winding Day in my city, so I'm very thankful, very humble, very appreciative.
right. Now, was Dad a preacher or head deacon at Zion Hill Baptist Church, or that's just the church you attended? How that went?
That's just the church that I went to.
Okay, that's just the church you went to. You started your
Correct.
music journey in the church.
Oh yeah, started singing in church, and then I didn't change till I really got to Louisiana.
Okay,
So I ain't changed till I got to Louisiana, man, because I ain't know nothing about no Southern soul, nothing about none of that. I was
right,
doing R&B music at that time.
right.
But shout out to my other half, shout out to my girl Ebony, my love. She was the one that put me on, Johnny Taylor, Marvin Cease, Tyrone Davis. She was the one playing all the music in the house. I was just like in my R&B stage. And
Right.
she was like, hey, listen to this, listen to this. And I just kept listening to it. And all of a sudden I just say, hey, let me apply this to life, real life. So that's why I'm at with that, and I'm thankful for her, because if she wasn't playing them records, I probably would have ended up in Southern Soul, but it would have been way later. I wouldn't have caught it as fast as I did.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's normally how we come to Southern Soul. It's crazy, but a female drive us to Southern Soul.
Yeah,
Uh
it's some
was
shape, form, or fashion. But I grew up listening to Curtis Mayfield, Donny Hathaway, things of that nature. It was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? If the people that know what Curtis Mayfield is, you know something.
oh yeah, Curtis a bad boy. So when you was in your junior high school days, were you just in the choir, or was you a band man, or a horn guitar type, or you just was in the junior high school choir?
Yeah, I started out in choir, and then after I got in choir, I went to band, and then I played sports too. I played all sports. I played varsity all my year of school. I never even played freshman. So that's what a lot of part of my life. I won a semi-pro championship. I never got injured or hurt or a broken leg or none of that. I just chose to do music. And my coach is like, "What?" I said, "I think I'm gonna do music." My coach is like, "Huh?" Then he came out one time and he was like, "Yeah, you got to do that, brother."
Yeah, I think that's what's going on with my son, man. 6'6", 6'7", 300 and some odd pounds, but he
Well,
love that
he
music.
got the height. See, me, I was fast, but they tried to make me
I,
a running back,
yeah,
and I ain't gonna
but
be nobody running back. I was the wide receiver and kickoff return.
yeah, his heart is that music, and I feel
Oh
like
well,
he you know what I'm saying. He love that
but the
music,
mind
bro.
knows the body will follow. Oh.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly right. So let's dive into some of these records, man. Um, the way you are, the way you move, what prompted you to write that song? I love it. Uh, who you are is my favorite. You know that, but uh, what prompted you to write the song? Was you in a space, and when you went to the studio to drop it, or what was your feeling that night or that day?
Other people's experiences, believe it or not. When I first got in Southern Soul, like in 2012, 2010, I moved in 2010 to Louisiana. So about 2012 was when I really started like jumping out there. And I was singing covers at the time. I ain't had no music out yet. And I used to watch artists have relations with other women. And I know they had relations back home because I knew the other half, or I knew who it was, even if it wasn't the other half. It could have been a girlfriend or whatever they could have been. But I used to watch what the women would say to the artist, or the men would say to the female artist. And I was like,
Right.
man, this happens every day, but nobody want to talk about it. That's why when you hear the lyrics and what I'm talking about, they'd be like, man, it didn't happen to me before in my life. And most people say it happened to them before in their life, which isn't a
Yeah.
good thing, but it's just life. It happens, and then they don't want to talk about it. So I just put it on format. That's all it was.
Right. I feel personally, you, I say P2K, I say Cold Drink. I say David J. Um, Ida Lee, uh, Kenny Cox. I'm naming these off the top of my head. I feel Adrian Bagger, just to name a few. I feel like y'all are superstars, but do you feel y'all done hit that plateau where y'all uh, took serious about this genre, or y'all still in that grind mode?
I mean, I'm in the grind mode regardless. As big as I am, I mean, you know me personally. You know how the people love me in Mobile. I don't really have to do as much as other artists, but I put in the work. I put out the music. I go out. I treat people how I want to be treated. Vice versa. I'm on this cruise. This Southern Soul getaway. Out of all the artists, I'm the people's choice. You know, because I'm the one. I'm out there with the people. I'm taking photos with the folks. I'm making videos with the folks. I'm making memories with the folks. You know, people pay their hard-earned money to see these artists, you know, and I really believe in that. I really come from nothing. Nobody gave me nothing. You know, my shit, my other half, she ain't had no silver spoon in her mouth. I ain't had no silver spoon in my mouth. So when I talk about the grind and coming up to what you need, that's what it is, man. That's real. And I appreciate people that spend their hard-earned money to see me. That's why I don't really trip on photos. I don't trip on none of that. You know, I know you're not leaving with me, so I really don't trip. I'm expandable. I don't trip. I have security. I have True. I have 7-2, but I don't be on that type of time, man. And as far as the grind, yeah, I still treat it like I'm just coming out. When people see me, they're like, "Dang, bro, like you really be, yeah." You know, I just ran into Shay Nicole just a minute ago. I saw her last night at the pool party, and I shook her hand. I said, "I love your music," but I never said I was audio. So the power went out a little while ago. I went downstairs and I was with my butler, and Shay came out and I said, "How you doing, Shay?" And I said, "Once again, I love your music." And I said, "How can I get you on the record?" And she turned and said, "Huh?" I said, "I'm audio." She said, "You're audio." Oh my God. We didn't know who you were. We were trying to find out who you were, and her son was right there. So it's all about how you treat folks. You know what I'm saying? And it's bigger than me. You know, shout out to all the artists that came out before me. Shout out to all the artists that are getting it right now. But I still treat it like I'm just getting started because I have so. And speaking of that, I do have my biggest hit, and it's already in your email address. If you check your email out,
I sure appreciate
it. If you can get to that email, I would appreciate it because Trucker then went crazy about it. Big O then went crazy about it. Adam then went crazy over it. Yeah, Adam, Dirty Live is here. They crazy out here. So I made sure it was the right time for the season. So it's right there in there right now. So if you can get to it, you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna lose your mind.
You know, I fall in love with all your stuff, man. We met on the road. We met grinding shows. We met when me and you got together. It's been 100 from day one. That's straight up. I tell everybody that. It's just some in this business, like we tight. It's some in this business. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? But man, you always been solid with the music and your friendship. You always a phone call away. So I greatly appreciate that, bro. Yeah, man. I'm gonna give y'all a minute. We talking to the great Audio tonight, man. Audio been setting its tone in the Southern Soul business, man. Audio is a good guy. Have a lot of awesome music. We're gonna go through some of the music. And ladies and gentlemen, please share the page. I'm trying to grow it. I'm trying to do the best I can. I bring on these top artists, man. They breaking out their time. Audio is on vacation. He's in Jamaica. So we greatly appreciate you, Audi. We greatly appreciate you. Now, on this Jamaica, I know you've been there 2 or 3 times. You've been to Turkey and you've been to Mexico. So on your travels, are they feeling the music? Are you delivering out? Are they loving the music and the vibe in these different countries that you do visit?
Yeah. It's crazy. My kids are more famous, more than me and Terry. I took them for the first time. They must have took so many pictures. They thought my kids is like, hold on, Dad, this is cool, you know. So shout out to my kids. They got a good chance to experience that as well as my wife, you know. But as far as the music, man, people love it. Like I'm gonna post in a little while. I was in a ride with my driver, and they was asking, did I have any music on me? And I was playing like my Caribbean music because I didn't really want to throw Southern Soul on them. I was like, let me put on some of this like Pretty Girl and Got Me Like and songs like that. And they were like, what? But I played the new song that I sent you to your email address, and he told me out of all the records, this is the one. So I know that I have one now, and it feels good because it's genuine with all that's going on right now in Southern Soul. Shout out to 803 Fresh, and King George and them for kicking the door down.
Right.
Just because other artists come through and kick the door down doesn't mean you haven't been working. You know, you just got to stay consistent, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's why when people hear my music for the first time, they be like, bro, like, damn, I didn't know, like, but I be still chilling. I don't really be on myself like that. You already know, you know me in real life, so you know. But for the ones that are listening, man, just don't get too big of yourself, man. Understand that these people, you're just like these people. When a storm come and you in that water, the banks are closed.
Right.
The
That's
banks are closed. You could be a millionaire, the biggest house, the finest ride. When the storm come, y'all in that water together.
All in that water together, bro. I swear we
So
are. All in that water together. So your first debut album in Southern Soul was Just Different?
yeah, Just Different was my debut album. As a matter of fact, Just Different and Kiss came out on the same day. I had the record out like it was on hard copies, but as far as like digital, they both came out on the same day. So
Okay. So how long we been blessed to have Just Different?
Just Different came out in 2016 or 17.
17?
One of them years.
So when you left middle high school, I mean Memorial, I think you went to Memorial High.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So when you left there, you moved to Louisiana, and that's how you started dabbling with us, or you stayed in your R&B circle for a minute and then you came over here with us, or how you end up making that transition from '04 to the current audio we got today?
I stayed in R&B for a while. I used to be signed to this company called Big Ing Entertainment. Used to be with this R&B group called Versatile. And for whatever reason, everybody thought they knew everything. Me, I'm a student. I go learn the business. Before I even got into the singing part, I knew that I could sing. And I just wanted to learn the business aspects. And once I learned the business, then I went full throttle with singing. But what I did do was I see a lot of people talk about, karaoke and, singing songs to break the ice. I done karaoke for like 3 years straight. I sang karaoke for 3 years straight in front of white people only. And I mean, I don't really speak about this often, but since people want to know my story, I used to sing for white folk because I knew that I could get my people. But if I could just get other people to rock with me, I knew I had something. And I've had some of my best moments in singing when I done all white events. I sing with Colt Ford. I sing with some dope entertainers on that side of the ball. So this was before Southern Soul. And I just wanted to try things. I used to do national karaoke contests. I ain't just get online and sing nobody cover song. I used to go really perform and try to win money in casinos, big casinos. And I have won money in casinos singing karaoke. So this was all before all this stuff was just getting me ready to be in front of people and know how to talk to people and know how to treat people. Now you can't pay me to do a cover song. You have never seen me sing a cover song at a show, but I put in the work though, Lo. I came in singing like Sam Cooke. I came in singing Kim. I came in singing Urban Mystic. I came in singing some records, and then I used to say, you know what? If I'm doing this, what made me stop doing it is I had some CDs to sell, and I sang so many cover songs because I didn't have that many songs. And when I did sing my song, when I tried to sell my merchandise, they was like, well, all that karaoke you was singing all night gonna be on there? And I couldn't say nothing because I knew that I didn't sing 15, 20 minutes of karaoke. So I just really got into my bag and started like getting creative and really just coming up with my own sound. And Who You Are was my first sound. So I came in smoking. I came in smoking.
So let's go back a couple of the years you was with Tucker James. I know y'all got To the Sun come up, and it's The Way You Move.
Nah, can't nobody until the morning comes.
Yeah, To the Morning Coming, Can't Nobody. Those two records right there, I feel they solidified you to the Southern Soul world. but I know you had a little beef with some fans about that song a couple of years ago. It's like, hey, it's more to me than them two songs. I got more to offer, and just y'all slow down. Give me a minute here, but I got more grind to offer. So, well, I ain't gonna say do you miss Tucker James, because I know you grew there and moved on. Of course, we all have to grow and move. But tell me, till the morning come, how y'all got that project off the ground?
That was simple. Can't Nobody was already putting up huge numbers, and it was something new and something fresh, and pretty much, shit. Tucker was that's his thing. If he gonna have you around, he gonna do a song. He gonna try to get people to come onto your platform. That's how he operates. So he'll do a song. You can see it as any other artist. You look at all the artists he had on his label. He always do a record with them to see what it goes. It's like he plays lottery. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So it's like he just tries it with every artist. He tries to boost them. He tries to get people to jump on them. Some people take, some people don't take. But it's pros and cons to that. But back to it, and I'll get to that in a second. But Tucker found me. I didn't find Tucker. That's what I want to tell people. So for all the people that's running, all the artists that runs to bigger platform artists, whether it's King George, whether it's 803, whether it's Tucker, whether it's TK Soul, Calvin Richardson, Sir Charles, you name them. Them artists see what you're doing. Them artists will see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you just put in the work, they will see what you're doing. So we came out with Can't Nobody. Can't Nobody was putting up great numbers. Tucker was still looking for a song on his album because Tucker was working on his album. I was working on my album. We was actually working on albums together at the same time. So we already had the track. Mr. Fat on the track made the track. And Tucker was like, hey, you want to do another record? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And shit, just like that. Done his part, done my part, came together. It made magic. It wasn't no going back and forth about it. It was kind of like one take and done, me and him. So I did enjoy making music with him. A lot of people ask us to make albums together. But hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm happy to be a part of those two hits. And Until the Morning Comes, well over 30 million streams, well over, and it's still climbing. So shout out to Hit Nation and, taking a chance, but I knew what I was bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they pick and choose their best part of the song, but you know how the women get crazy on my part. You know how they get them. So, it is what it is. People gonna like what they like. And back to what I was saying about pros and cons, it's pros and cons to these records. When you do a record with high caliber artists, the people always kind of tend to take from the bigger artists.
Right.
And they always overlook the artist that's really on there doing his thing, or her doing her thing, shall I say. So I think people need to be more open. Everything isn't about that main artist. I got tired of replying and telling people I just don't say nothing anymore. I just do my set. And then, then you'll find out later when you go back and do your homework. You'll be like, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But you wasn't looking for me. I understand. You wasn't looking for me.
A lot. And that can get frustrating too, bro. So don't think that just come off the artist end of this thing. I mean, I know you done did features with Tony Omani. That's a hot song. I don't know what the weight is on that, the blow. You did one with Tara Keith in Mobile. Is it anybody you want to plug with at the point when you writing, like you feel like, damn, I like to do a feature with this cat, or I like to do a feature with her and see could we get in the studio and make magic? Or you just good doing audio right now at this moment?
Well, I live in the studio. Me, Omar Cunningham, I actually got my studio right here in Jamaica. It's literally right here. Like if I could turn this thing around, you can see my setup. Like I got my microphone, I got everything right here. So I don't play, I really do this. It's always somebody need a DJ drop. It's always somebody need something. And I'll be ready. I'll be having it ready. So like Omar Cunningham, P2K, Arthur Young, these are like my bros. Like we talk late at night, 3-4 o'clock in the morning with song concepts. You know what I'm saying? And Omar Cunningham always hold me accountable. If I say something, he gonna call me out on it. Or he gonna call me and say, hey, bro, okay. So all right, so what? Let's go. Like, and we just so competitive. I remember when the trucker slide came out, me and Omar Cunningham was rushing to the house to try to figure out. Like I had to go to the studio, but he had his studio in the house at the time, and he got his studio there. He was like, "I'm gonna beat you. You ain't trying to beat me home. I'm gonna beat you to the punch through my verse." So we came out, a masterpiece. But uh, back to it, man. These artists, man, are some real live songwriters. They really understand music, and that's what I always wanted for myself. So it feels good when I do that with these artists. Now, as far as working with artists, I just talked to Shay Nicole. It's going down. I just saw her for the first time, and we ran it real quick. She was like, "Oh, let's get it," So I like when people have that energy and ready to work because I be with it. I'm with it all the time.
Right.
I want to work with 803, and I want to work with King George, just because I want to have something on that coast. I want to have a record with one of those artists on the coast. I remember when I had performed with 803 and nobody really knew they knew, but he wasn't. Boots on the Ground wasn't on the ground yet. Boots on the Ground wasn't even thought of yet. And I'm glad that kept him humble because he was performing and people was like going to the concession on him, man. I was like, damn, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? This hit city, and it was like really like, but now that he's on top of the world and is the biggest artist in the world right now with the biggest song in the world, I'm glad that he stayed humble because he could have took it a whole nother route and been like, you know what? I don't care about nothing. I remember when da 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 da. So I'm glad that he have a good team around him that keep him grounded. So those are the artists that I really want to work with. I've already worked with P2K. As a matter of fact, the record that I just sent you is featuring P2K. That's my guy, man. P2K, I've worked with J1. I've worked with Sir Charles. I worked with Steve Walton. I worked with DJ Trucker. I worked with Tyra Keith. I worked with Tamara McLean. I worked with Tony O'Mani. So I worked with Chipper Anthony. I worked with Cupid. I worked with Lil Runt.
Yeah.
I got Jeter Jones is on deck. I worked with E Realist. Y'all ain't even heard that yet. Man, I got so many. Man, I've been getting it, man. I've been in my
email. You got the email when you read.
Man.
Yeah, you got the email when you read it, man. I'm just proud of you, bro. I ain't lying. The
artist that I want to work with is like Babyface. I want to work with Babyface. Do a record with Babyface. I want to do a record with one of those guys. I just want to do a record. And I didn't even mention Tucker. Of course, I got Tucker. But it's a lot of work over the years. The stuff don't happen overnight, man. This stuff is a real grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know it, brother. It's a grind. It's a grind. That Pretty Girl been with us now about thinking what 3 or 4 years, maybe 2 or 3 years. Walk us through the phase of you going in to do Pretty Girl, because that's another, I feel, a sleeper in your catalog. I don't know a lot of people on Pretty Girl, but man, Pretty Girl, awesome. So
I'm a fan of all genres of music, so I'll be following like Wizkid, Davido, all these artists, these Afro pop artists. And I was in Jamaica last time. We was at the I forgot the name of the dang on place, the Grand Palladium. That's who it was for the Trucker Fest. And I was in my bag, man, and I was like, man, I want to have something. I was just looking out at that water and them trees just gave me a vibe. And I done Pretty Girl while I was out here in Jamaica last time. And it's a great record. We done a music video to it. Shout out to Hilton Kelly, HK Studios, who funded that video for me. I appreciate him, and the rest is history. It's one of them things. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Pretty Girl. Yeah, that's a Caribbean vibe for sure. It really is.
And I got another one that's called Got Me Like. I don't even know if you got that yet.
I don't know. I got to look through that.
Got Me Like.
My homework. I've been on about 2 days worth of homework because I know you was out the state, so I want to hit him, and let him talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Ocean Deep. Yeah.
You have some time for me.
Yeah. Walk me through Ocean Deep, cause man, good Lord. Yeah, walk me through the process of you doing Ocean Deep.
Man, I was just in album mode, man. When I'm in album mode, I just be open. Like I think about things that people tell me when they're taking pictures. I think about things that people say. That's how I got sweet nothings, in your ear, I just want to borrow your mind while I whisper sweet nothings. Because people used to do anything you would say. You tell them something, they'll just do it just because of who you are. And you ain't doing nothing but whispering sweet nothings. So, I mean, as far as ocean deep, your ocean is so deep, and it's one of them things, can you get away? If you a vibe, we need some time. Spend your money. It's all a grind. It's all just a vibe. I like that song.
What song? What song that you have? I know all the songs and lyrics are so personal, but which one you have that shocked you when it shot up the market like it did? Cause your mind probably was on something else, and they was like, "Hold up, dog, this the one moving." You got one you can name that kind of blew you out the water with the success it got?
The Way You Move. Way You Move is a lot of people's favorite. I just was on a cart with somebody earlier day, and they said their favorite record was The Way You Move, and it's another record by the name of what's the name of that song? In Love with Your Mama. That's crazy because I didn't even ask Nikki to play that. See, normally I would send records to Nikki D-Marks if I wanted to play a record, but Nikki would always say, "It's not time yet. It's not time. They still on this song. They still on that song." But she played In Love with Your Mama, and I didn't even ask her for it. So I thank her. And now people be asking, "You the one with that song about your mama?" And I be like, "Yeah." That's why when I come to Mobile, I sing it a cappella, and they be screaming and stuff, But shout out to Nikki D-Mark because she do know talent and she do know what a hit sounds like. But it is what it is. I didn't ask her to. That's one record that I didn't put any money behind, as well as I Want to Take Care of You. I didn't put any money behind these records until I Want to Take Care of You was putting up millions. It's like one of my biggest streaming records. I'm like, dang, I didn't even like put in the engine to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So those kind of records, of course, Can't Nobody those are obvious,
Yeah, they're obvious. Now, I was asking, you asked the question that I was asking, the ones that I call sleepers, the ones you might like, it's hot, but let's see what the people like. And you come to a city and they be like, "Hey man, you got to sing this one, you got to move that one." So yeah, that you pretty much answered that question, bro. Yeah. Are y'all performing tonight? Or
yeah, I'm gonna get dressed as soon as it's over with. I'm putting on my clothes and we gonna be down. I gotta be down in a little bit, but we here, we good.
So, is Trucker and Cynthia still your managing?
They still do all my bookings. I try to tell people all the time, man. Like a lot of people try to call me because I do have relationships with a lot of people. Before I got with Trucker or Tucker, I had done so much groundwork on my own. I had built relationships with so many people. So people just feel comfortable calling me, and that's okay. But, I'd rather people call Cynthia. I would rather people call Cynthia because I don't really be wanting to talk about money.
Right, exactly. When you moved over to let them kind of guide and nurture and do the booking for your career, I know Trucker is he driven, bro. He driven. So how is it working for them two, under them two? They special people to me, but how is it under his leadership now?
Man, Trucker a hard ass, man. I'll go ahead and say it on the air. Can I curse?
Boy, yeah, you good. I know this one here.
Trucker is a hard ass, dog. Like Trucker, man, bro. Look, bro. Like people be thinking that I got it made because I'm with Trucker and because I'm on these tours, on these getaways. Like, shout out to DJ Trucker and First Lady Trucker. They was the ones that made me like get on my business with my page because I was just like doing a lot of different things on my page, but they really showed me how to get a check off of social media. So I thank them showing me how to fish so I can fish for a lifetime. But when it comes to music, man, I get it worse than anybody because Trucker want a certain sound and he knows what everybody else is listening to. And me, I can be kind of hard-headed at times. So I'll be putting out other records and he'll be like, man, why are you putting out this record? Like, why? One thing I can honestly say, I appreciate them not trying to tell me what I can and can't release. I know a lot of people in situations where they can't really do what they want to do. Truck will be like, you put out what you want to put out, but I ain't going to play it. If it ain't Southern Soul, don't even look for me to play it. Now, the other DJs, I know they play your music all the time, and that's cool. But if you want me to really jump behind it and go it, you got to put some Southern Soul in here. So right. That's why I'm so excited about the song that I just sent, Happy, because it's like a real Southern Soul getter, and I'm excited about it. But it's awesome working for him. I don't have to deal with drama for the most part. I don't really have to. My name don't be in nothing. I'm struck on my music. I ain't got to stress about nothing. That's what I've always wanted. I come out with better music when I don't have to worry about this and worry about that. Even if it's a money situation. Man, I've been in so many situations, Trucker will pay for me to come somewhere. Like he just want me around. He'd be like, hey, come meet me here. How much is the plane ticket? I got half of it. Like, what's up? Don't worry about your room. I got you. Like he trying to put me in places. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I ever wanted. So as far as working for him, it is awesome. But you got to have tough skin because you can't be around yes men. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't be around yes men all the time. Be around these yes men and these people that's going to tell you this and tell you that 24/7. They're only telling you what you want to hear. They're not telling you what you need to hear.
That's true.
Shout out to DJ Trucker, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Dirty the same way. Dirty will be like, hey man, we get some Southern Soul. like them boys really, they be trying to nail me to the cross, man. But
you gotta understand that's what we live and die by, man. We keep it. I mean, we mix other stuff in there, but we live and die by this Southern Soul, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when it pop and take off, it won't be nothing we jumping on. It's like we've been here. So yeah, shout out to all them boys that making a difference, man, making a change in what we doing. To the artists behind you, brother. I know this seemed to be the year of the door opening to a bunch of new artists, male and female. What can you tell them to get them ready for this blues game? Because coming in this game here is a little bit different, and people don't understand that it. Some of them ain't got no money. Some of them just got a hot song. Some of them don't know how to rotate and run. So out of veteran mouth, a star. What can you tell an upcoming artist that's getting ready to rock this business?
But you cut the light off. Never. What I can tell artists is what can I tell them? Stay out of them clicks. That's okay. You stay out them clicks. Yeah. Get with people that really genuinely love you. And I mean, it's just simple, man. It's simple as you make it. Don't sit there and just be looking for yes, man. Just get in there, do the work. Just because you got a popular song don't mean you can charge. Stop counting other people's pockets. Just because that person getting 20, 30, 40,000 don't mean you deserve 5, 10,000. That mean you deserve what you deserve. And you'll know what you deserve when you start pulling crowds by yourself. You'll know what you deserve when people are actually speaking on you to these promoters and telling them to bring you in their city. Then you'll know how to call. Sometimes, you got to go see. You got to see. You can't, when you cut a fruit, you can't see what's in there. You got to buy that fruit first, right? When you cut it, some going to be good, some going to be bad. But it was a chance that you took because that's what you wanted. It's the same thing with music. You got to know your market, know where you're hot at, know what records are working in. Get familiar with these DJs. There's more than a few DJs in Southern Soul. Man, they got over 1,000 DJs in Southern Soul. Bull crap, you not. There's over 1,000 DJs in the world. Promise you got to do the work. Get out there, network. Find out. Most of these DJs work for radio stations.
Yeah.
Most of these DJs work for clubs.
Yeah.
Do the homework. Do the work.
I tell them that all the time, brother. All the time. Don't forget your fish fry, your barbecue, your backyard party, your bar mitzvah. Don't forget them DJs there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of them eyes be on one set of DJs, but man, it's 1,000 of us out here. You never know who gonna crack that record. So man, that's good advice, bro. That's That's good advice. So have you performed since you've been there, or this tonight will be your first performing night?
This tonight might be the first night. Everybody been asking all day for me and King George to sing. We singing tonight right in that
Okay.
it's in a bag right there at the bottom, right there, bottom shoes, under them red shoes. Uh tonight is the night, and we're gonna have fun. It's not about, like I said, it's not just about me, it's about all of us as artists. And I appreciate, working with all these artists. It's real dope.
Right. Right. We can
But
see you.
oh no, I mean, I eat good, man. My skin glowing.
You're glowing.
Yeah, my skin glowing a little different
You
now.
go up to Jamaica this time, or you and your wife went?
Huh?
I said, did the kids come to Jamaica with you, or y'all just took a personal trip?
No. This her first time coming to this, so I wanted her to experience it because, like I said, a couple of times, it's my fourth time. She's never been on one of these, so I was like, hey, I really want you to come because, I really want you to be here, just to see, how it really is. Because I remember all the times I used to go, she'd call, I'd be like, I gotta call you back. It's like, hey, you ain't that dang busy. What's going on? I was like, man, hey, it's really, you got a lot of activities to do. We don't just perform, man. We actually get out here and mingle with these folks. I've met so many genuine people from these Southern Soul getaways, doctors, attorneys, other DJs, just different careers. They all get into their bags in different ways, and they real supporters. They'll love you till the wheels fall off.
Right. Yeah. That's what I tell everybody, bro. You got to love what you're doing, because we got lawyers, doctors, school teachers. We got managers at McDonald's, restaurant owners, restaurant cooks. We got yard men. You got to support and love these fans that give you their all. So you like me on that deal there. So I like I said, it's a southern couple of y'all that near and dear to me, because we met on the hustle. We met on the grind, driving to different shows we weren't even on. And I don't see that a lot these days, like I seen in previous years, about the hustle and the grind to getting to the top. So what is your next venture? Is you dropping this off as a single, this record you sent me, or
it's a single. It's a single.
Okay, so this
Definitely
just
a single, and it's gonna be one for the ages. But I'm telling you, man, I'm getting so much good response. That's how I be knowing when it really be what it is. When you play something for the first time and they singing it before the song could end, you got something.
Right, exactly.
You got something. So
right, exactly. So when you get back to the States, what's your move? Shows wise, or what you got in the bag when you get back home?
I don't even know what I know. I have Homer, Louisiana coming up Saturday, and I have on the outskirts of Homer, Thibodeau area, Saturday, and then the following weekend we'll be in Sparta, Georgia. Me, King George, and the crew. So I can't even think past that right now. But yeah, those are the next two shows.
That's good, bro. That's good. So when we expecting a new album from you?
I'm working on the album actually right now. Believe it or not, that's how I came out with "Best in Me," "Love Is Real," "Got Me Like," "Play the Fool," and now "Happy." The name of the record is called "Happy," and I'm extremely happy about this record. So I'm just putting them together right now, and I have so many records that haven't been released. I got to really go pick my poison. Got to go pick my poison. But I'm working on more like these Southern Soul records because I really do want people to understand, like, hey, I can do it. I just felt different. I don't know. Everybody feels different about it, but even though that I've been blessed to be one of the ones that people look up to and want to be like, I'd be like, man, there's so much music out there, man, and so many other subjects to talk about that I feel that we can do. I just figured out a way to do it with a Southern Soul track. I figured a way to do it. That's my niche. That's what I found out.
Right. Well, man, I ain't gonna hold you tonight, bro. I know you busy. I thank you so much for giving me the time. I love you, bro. You know that. Tell all the fellas I said hey, and we ain't gonna hold you, man. You let us know that your next two shows coming up, your next album coming up. I greatly appreciate the time that you gave me today. I know you're on vacation. And we planned this when you was like, Lo, we gonna see it through. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure it happened, and you did. So
Oh man, you know me, man. I'm a man. If I tell you I'm gonna do it, man, I'm gonna try. If something, changes, things do happen, but I couldn't see nothing happening, man. I'm out here, we gonna make it work.
yeah, man. I greatly appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna let you get ready for that show. So who performing tonight? Just you and King George?
Nah, it's a young guy, it's Mike Clark, it's Shay Nicole, me and King George.
Oh man, they finna get a heater. So this the trifecta tonight. So ain't no artist performed yet, but everything tonight.
Yeah, this is the me, Shay, or King George haven't performed. Young guy and Mike then already performed at certain times. That's true. Yeah. They're gonna perform tonight as well.
Right, man. That's what's up, man. Tell Truck I'm proud of him. I love him. Tell Salente I love a Big O. Dirty Dan, you know what I'm saying? Tell everybody kudos, man. I appreciate you giving me the time tonight. And he is on vacation, ladies and gentlemen. He in Jamaica tonight. I greatly appreciate him coming on. Y'all, please share a like. And man, we've been blessed. I mean, blessed by the great Audi. Audi, I love you, bro. Have fun, man.
Oh, I love you too, man. You know the scope, man. You know the scope. Yeah. As soon as you get up off of here, I need you to go download that record, though.
Oh, for sure. You ain't got to worry about that. That's going to definitely happen.
Well, I'm not even worried about it. I guarantee you're going to call me before I go do this show. I guarantee if you go listen,
I always do now.
You call me within the next 10 minutes. I guarantee.
Yeah, I always do, man. That's one thing about the blessing of being in this business, the friends I've made and the people that I deal with in this business already. And I really appreciate them all because this platform that we have, we got to hold it near and dear and grow it for the next generation behind us, man. And you one of the pioneers, man. I appreciate what you do for this culture of music, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Like I said, I know you got that show tonight. We ain't gonna try to hold you long. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all been blessed by the great audio. God bless, bro. Yeah, man, we've been blessed by audio tonight. Thank y'all so much for coming in. July 25th, I will have an all-white affair in Mobile, Alabama. It will be with TK Soul and Kaya, the Southern Soul Princess. That will be at the locale. VIP is exclusive premier. VIP is $103. General admission tickets are $43. I thank y'all so much. Please share the podcast. I'm growing it slowly but surely. Southern Soul, what I love. Southern Soul, what pay me. So this is what I do. Thank y'all again. I am Mr. Grown and Sexy DJ Low. And y'all have been entertained and powered by Big Truck Entertainment. See you on the next rip. That'll be Miss Lady Blues next Sunday. Miss Lady Blues. Thank you again. God bless. Good night.